DJ Bella Scratch in the house, Powerful Movement Radio on the drop, the people station for R&B and hip hop. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. You know why? I have a very special guest joining us for a little chit chat today. He goes by the name of Masego, and there is no other. The greatest to hit the sax. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Masego, how you doing?
Oh, that's the warm welcome. Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine, King. The pleasure is absolutely all mine. So, just jumping into things right off the bat. What was it like growing up for you? Because I see the level of success that you're achieving and still growing. And I'm curious, what was your high school experience like? For example, were you a band nerd in high school? Or were you very much so popular with everybody? What was high school like for you?
Yeah, I was just talking about this with my friends the other day because I was curious what they were like in high school as well. I was the cat that I would just go crew to crew. I'm mad tall, so I'm hanging out with the basketball dudes. I play instruments, so I would kick it with the band people. Who else I was in school? I mean, whatever crews there were, I would just kind of float between all of them and just I was that guy, just real malleable with it. And me and my friends were just kind of like the comedic, be on the lunch table dudes. I didn't learn how to dress until like 2 days ago. So prior to that, I was just wearing whatever. It wasn't like a fashion dude in high school. It was just me.
Let's talk about Throne, because that is one of my favorite tracks. And I need to know what your inspiration was. Did you produce that whole thing? Did you produce the beat and everything, or did you just write to it? Or what are we talking when it comes to that joint? Because that one's epic.
How did that go? Okay, so I made the entire Lady album with my friend Kojo. It's my friend from Ghana. And we just were locked in for months, and I would just be living life, come into the studio and make a beat from scratch, and then he would add crazy amounts of sauce to it. So we had a Pharrell chat thing going on, because I would just come with the idea. I built this loop where I had the E stacked up already. I had the rhythm of it, but then he put just this sauce on it that made it have such a hump to it. And then I just went into storytelling mode. So I mean, we just went into storytelling mode on that one. But yeah, life is the inspiration of everything. Just living life, real stories. I feel like that's what makes it great. And I love how it feels. It's real sexy and it's real 70s kind of pimp almost vibe. And
it is. Oh my God, that 70s
it's
reference.
My favorite song.
Yours too? Okay.
I've been taking long, I've been writing songs, I've been feeling cold, don't know what you want. You probably prone to stay all night, I'm probably prone to play all night. I've been in the wrong, I can dig it, yeah. I've been in the long, feeling in the chairs. She gon' get hers, I'm gon' get mine. We bring the life, she fantasize. Now I got it yelling till I round two, yeah. I said I got it yelling till I let the joint breathe. On the drink, I've been on the weed, I've been on the plane, I've been overseas. You probably say all likes the same old scene, the same old sights. I've been on the road, I've been on the train, I've been on the boat, running from the pain. See you there, I can't resist. See you stare, feel your kiss. Subliminal, criminal tease, minimal, yeah. Seminal, deep, animals each and every time I go into a garden. Yeah. Now I got it yelling till I yeah. Round two, yeah. I said I got it yelling yelling, Jedi. Oh, round four. Said I gotta yelling, Jedi. Yeah.
You have so many records, especially just started with that Pink Polo EP, and then my favorite on that. Yo, the interlude that you had, and you was like talking to yourself in third person, like when this Pink Polo hit, like I could just imagine you holding your collar and talking.
Yes.
Like I felt the whole vibe, the whole energy, and that's one of the reasons that I had that question for you about, like, you know, what was it like for you in high school? Because I could tell off the bat that you're very down to earth, in addition to being charismatic. But like, you had so much sauce on that. It's almost like you had something to prove to somebody, or you was just letting them know, like, be on the lookout. Don't count me out, because I'm coming. Like when this people, listen, you wasn't feeling me before, you about to get on. That's that I got.
Be on the lookout.
Who were you talking to when you came out with that skit, like, to let them know? Because I know, like, listen, we're artists, and being a charismatic person myself, we be having chips occasionally still, like, from the people that you really wanted that person to root for you. You can have 50 million people rooting for you, but there's still this person that's like, if you don't recognize me and what I'm bringing to the table. So I'm curious, you don't have to name them by name, but...
Okay, number one, these are phenomenal questions. All right, this is really great. You're very great at your job.
I told you I was a fan. I've been rating like...
As far as the story, so Pink Polo was first, right? And that was like Goofy, Sego, Black Boy Joy, Smiling Cheese, and Skinny Jeans and all that. And to me at the time, I felt like people didn't think I was beguiling or like sensual, and I was like, come on now, I know I'm cheesing and goofy, but it's like we be in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? We be doing some things. So I felt like it was more so for that, you know what I mean? I felt like I like to show all the sides to me, because I'm by no means am I trying to go, yeah, I'm out here just doing what it is with everyone, but I felt like it was like, yo, when it's time to be intimate, I know exactly what to do, and I wanted to kind of like put that energy out there and then go back to being goofy on another record.
But that's what makes it so dope, is those layers. For real. Like the goofiness, the fun, like we can kick it, we can joke, we can Jones, we hit these roller coasters right fast, versus all that Don Tolliver type. I'm about to...
Come on! Show them the shoulders.
Listen, I'm here for all of that.
She don't play, and she my type, she got brains, and them tatas, she that day, she gon' dance, ain't gon' touch her phone, she gon' let it smoke, man, she don't play, and she my type, she got brains, and them tatas, she that lady, she gon' dance, ain't gon' touch her phone, she gon' let it smoke, I like girls that dance, don't hide or move, not just they friends, but with my dudes, cause you look so fly, and you look so cute. Can I beg you mine? What you wanna do? Yeah. She don't play and she my type. She got brains and I'm top, she that lady. She gon' dance, ain't gon' touch her phone. She called it this moment. She don't play and she my type. She got brains and I'm top, she that lady. She gon' dance, ain't gon' touch her phone. She called it this moment. I like girls that dance. Just stay free. With my dudes, you look so fly, and you look so cute. Can I make you mine? What you wanna do? Yeah. She gon' let this moment, she don't get. She gon' touch her phone now. She got them ta 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 ta. I like good that and then I got that moon. Nah, we're different. Sweet baby, sweet like the sky. Bop that beat, beat, I like girls that dance. Them girls that dance. They just got to move. Just stay friends. But with my dude, cause you look so fly. You look so fly. And you look so cute. Can I make you mine? What you wanna do? Yeah. How many times do I have to tell you? Masego done killed the game. Medicine, bro. Ain't nobody sick no more. You done gave him the medicine with that beat. And then the jink at the end with the trap scatting. Ooh, that's gonna pop. When this pink polo drop though, when that EP hits the enters of net, people gonna be spazzing like Mr. Crocker off Fairly Odd Parents. Son, I'm telling you this. Pink polo.
On behalf of Black Queens everywhere, can I just personally thank you as well for always having the melanin popping in your videos? Because you know our biggest complaint as sisters, as soon as a brother get on, ain't no more melanin popping. He don't have nobody darker than him in his video. Like, you know what I mean? And you be having the melanin on fleek. So is that on purpose or?
For sure. Like, I have two sisters, so like there's no way I'm about to do something and not get fussed out if it's going wrong. So like my younger sister, she's always like, all right, make sure you have all this happening. My older sister, she's darker than me, and she's like, I'm trying to see myself in these videos as well. Like, I have a direct connection to saying you're not gonna just be out here doing whatever. So like they check me, and then from high school I've hung out with everybody. You know, I've hung out with everybody. I found so many people beautiful and attractive, and it's just genuine. It's not like trying to make sure I don't get cancer. It's like, this is how it is in real life to me.
Well, we appreciate that because we be feeling left out, especially when it comes to brothers and success. And like again and again and again, when we go on your videos, we're going to see ourselves. We're going to see our sisters. We're going to see our cousins. And it's a nice vibe. And that's not to discredit anybody else. That's not to be on any type of, what do they call that, with paper bag tests and all that stuff. That's not to even be on any drama.
With the paper bag, that.
Get that. Colorism. It's not to be about colorism, but it's still just so refreshing to see the melanin popping because other big name stars are doing that. So.
For sure. No, I think it's important. You know what I mean? Because like, as I haven't been famous for long, so all I was doing as a child was just watching other people and how they moved and how my sisters would react. So I was like, I already knew the combo, and I was like, I ain't doing that.
Okay, so another question that I have for you, which this is actually the perfect segue for it, because you mentioned like, okay, well, I haven't been on this level for long. What is that like? Like, has it been challenging for you? Do you all of a sudden have cousins that you ain't never met in your life popping up trying to get a bag? Like, what is that experience like for you?
I think it's a lot of assumptions. That's the main thing I didn't know was going to be a thing, because I never know what someone knows about me. Maybe they know one song, maybe they know a commercial, maybe they think I wear silk every day. Granted, I'm wearing silk now, but that's just because it feels good on my skin. I don't know what people know about me, what they think they know. So I feel like when I'm interacting with somebody, I don't know what I'm coming in as. So I think that's the biggest thing. I really, like I said, I'm not a money guy. Like I make sure that's not the issue when it comes to friendship, business. It's like I have a different mission in mind. Like I'm really trying to just make incredible art, and I love music for real. But as far as like being on the level thing, I think it's just making a lot of decisions. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to move benevolently, because like you can screw people over really easy. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just me being cognizant of the decisions that come up and me trying to make good decisions. So that's about it. All the other stuff, I'm not chased by nobody or paparazzi. I'm not that type of fame. It's just like, all right, we're trying to go over here. You want to make this song, you want to speak like this, so you just gotta like you have to do artist development for yourself because it doesn't exist. So we're like learning in real time.
I feel like you're blessed and highly favored, especially with how you are coming into the industry and how things are like gradually progressing. Because funny story, I just had a conversation with one of my homegirls about that last night. And I was like, I'm not anywhere near your level, but I'm working towards it. Right?
Hey,
so, but this little slope though, the slow but steady, at first you be in a hurry, you want it so bad, so it feels like it hurts. Like, why won't I just can't, I'm dope, I should be on, right? But that slow but steady slope shows you all that other stuff that you didn't notice before. Like the assumptions, like people thinking that they know you, like people pretending to be your friend and pretending to be cool just so that they can climb you and get the thing. And it's like, if you don't go that slow but steady climb and you're just forced into that, all of a sudden it's overwhelming. And that's why I think some of those stars be folding, they be having mental and emotional issues because they was just bam there. Like you got like Naomi Osaka, bam there. Certain people, and then they're like, okay, I'm having a crisis here, I gotta regroup in front of the world.
You saying it. I had this convo with my mother like last night almost, because she was listening to some of my older music and it almost sounded a little bitter because I wished that I was on sooner. Like it was like, oh, this is the person that y'all like, it should be me. Like I had a lot of that energy for sure. And I had to understand that if I was on at that time, I probably would have folded because I didn't know enough about myself. Like I feel like I kind of took the side roads to fame. Like it was like, all right, you're a little bigger. All right, a little bigger. All right, I seen him. But it wasn't like, oh, you a superstar, you Michael Jackson. It was never that. It was like, okay, it's just better and better, but I've learned so much as it's taken the time that it's taken. So, but I for sure was always upset that I wasn't famous faster. Like I definitely experienced that.
Yeah, well, that once you did that joint with FKJ, the Tat Out, like that one, all of a sudden international sensation, like bam, you know. And then not only were you just immediately on, because I was already hip to Cool, you know, before that particular like joint came out, but not only were you just all of a sudden on for everybody, you even brought some people to FKJ. Just because the sheer hit that you guys created in the lab, and it was one of those like funky like 70s style 6-7 minute songs. I love every minute, every second of it.
Thank
you. I just appreciate your journey. Well, Masego, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today and for being so candid and down to earth. Like these are my favorite interviews when I know we can just talk, you know, and go back and forth. People enjoy those conversational type things. And I certainly didn't want to ask you the same thing that you're about to answer 21 different times in 21 different interviews. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to talk to Masego because I'm a fan. These are things that I always wanted to ask you. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Appreciate it, by the way. I hope you know it's genuine. Thank you for putting me on.